joined by manager Luke Garrard after a 0-0 draw at home to Oldham Athletic. Luke started the day with a smaller squad. What are your initial thoughts on today?
Credit goes to the players. Obviously, we work on a shape yesterday with Eriko Souza in the team. Obviously rolls his ankle in the session, and then late this morning he's unavailable for selection. I put him on the bench because he's a great lad, and he said, look, I'd rather go on with 5 minutes to play as opposed to going down to 10 men. So a shame. Listen, it's no excuse, it's no secrets that we are currently got quite a bad injury list, but for the players that put on a performance today, listen, I think we could have been 2 to the good in the first half, and I think that after 10-15 minute spell after the second half interval, I thought we were very productive. Just a shame. Clean sheet, great, positive. Now it's about getting them in tomorrow, getting them loosened up, getting them recovered, because we've got a big game against Oxford City on Monday.
Yeah, you've already mentioned there we had 3 players today who started their first game of the season. How do you feel they did today?
Yeah, really good. I have no qualms with them whatsoever. Dave Stevens, 100%, he's us. He's been here just as long as me as the manager of this football club, and you can always count on Steve. I thought that he was massive. Coxey, I thought, was very productive down that right hand channel, made a goal line clearance that was worthy of getting 3 points, let alone a point. And Liam O'Neill, you see Liam O'Neill comes off late on. We've got to assess him. Hopefully we'll have Eriko back, hopefully we'll have David Agbonton back, and hopefully we'll have Charlie Owens back. But look, it's a tough weekend regardless. Going Saturday, Monday, it's even tougher when you've got 12 recognised pros.
Yeah, obviously a 0-0 today. Do you feel like your side did enough to win the game?
I said to the boys, I think if it was a boxing match, I think we win on points. I think we put the ball in the back of the net for Lee's chance. We obviously, Kwesi has a few headers. We have good entries in their final third, but no disrespect, with the personnel they're bringing on the park and the personnel they're leaving on their bench in terms of Willoughby and Reid, they can turn the game. And they made 2 subs and the sea changed in their favour for about 10-15 minutes, and I think we got a foothold back in it. But look, am I happy with a point at home against Oldham? No. I want to win our home games. I've made that very clear. But like I said, I went away to Altrincham. You have to take what you get, because that was tough going to Altrincham, losing Liam O'Neill, then Charlie Owens and Mo Sagath. Today we're playing with 1 recognised sub on the bench with Timmy Abrahams, and obviously he's come on with 10-15 minutes to play. I've got a young kid in Liam Miller who's done ever so well, currently in with a championship club at the minute, but he's not kicked any balls in National League. And Eriko Souza, who's injured, and Martin Brennan, who we've lost our other goalkeeper currently with an illness. So look, I didn't want a point, I want all 3. I was hopeful we can go and nick it like we did last year with a last minute winner, but there's a lot more positives than negatives for sure.
Yeah, you mentioned in your pre-match that in the National League teams have spells, and I think we saw that today, especially in that second half. Is there a bit of frustration that when you were so dominant, I think it was around the 50th to 70th minute, that you didn't take a chance?
So I said we need one in our spell. If you'd heard me on the side of the pitch, I was saying it's really important, because I know what the National League's about. Like you say, teams are going to have their 10-15 minutes, you need to ride it out, which I think we did. But I think we were on blob in that spell, and we had a lot of entries and a lot of quality into the box. But I said at half time, our clinicality at times needs to improve, and frustrating, really frustrating in the fact we didn't win today, because I felt that we did enough. I do think we did enough, but I have to say credit goes to the players, that when you lose a player first thing this morning with Eriko Souza, and then you've already got the injuries you've got, there's got to be credit to the group for taking a clean sheet and taking a point.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. We go Oxford on Monday. What's the Sunday going to look like now?
In tomorrow, 8:30 start, analysis. We've already watched the games, me and Jake. We'll touch on Maidenhead a little bit later, or first thing, but we've sort of got an idea of what their setup looks like. Very expressive team, very expansive team, got their threats, and yeah, I don't know how they've got on today, but they play on an Astro and they have a certain way of playing. We need to ensure that we recover right. I've said to the group that what that looks like for you tonight, we can only control the 30% area on site, and that's tomorrow, where we need to make sure that we get the interns in to give them as many massages or loosen up as possible, because I'm going to need to go and get them ready and prep for another shift on Monday.
Yeah. Does not winning tonight almost put more pressure on that game, or is that not how you feel?
Yeah, 100%. I have a rule of thumb in the National League: lose one, win your next two; draw one, win your next one. Obviously, we lost against Solihull. We drew our next two, so at the minute we need to play catch up. It's 6 points from 5. I think our performance has been good. I do. I have to say, with what we've currently got available for selection, and it's no excuse. I'm not making excuses. The teams are going to go through this throughout the course of the season. We've been hit currently with it, so we just need to make sure that we batten down the hatches, get people recovered in prep for tomorrow against Oxford City Monday.